Hello? Is this thing on? Knock knock, is it working? Alright, we're gonna try this tonight. I am multi-streaming. So, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're a return user, welcome back. I'm working on pencil pouches. I'm gonna do my best to keep an eye on chat. I make zero promises though. I have 4 pencil pouches ready to be sewn up. If you'd like to, I'm not entirely sure if you can do this on YouTube, but I do have my super sweet task list right over there. And I am working on pencil pouches tonight. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 currently to do. I have a bunch more behind me on my cutting table that need to be cut out into their respective pattern pieces. So we're gonna start here, finish the 4, and then we'll move on. So I'm using my Bernina tonight. Working with Blanche tonight only because she was already here and I've been working with her. It's just easier that way. Womp womp. It's a Bernina B790. And she's lovely. Actually, I'm gonna up that just a little bit. But feel free to let me know you're here, or feel free to lurk. Completely up to you. No stress either way. Hi, Dragon. How are you? Ugh. I should have. Hold on. I'm actually going to. We're going to go back to. We're going to go back to the single hole. Yes, incoming ads on Twitch. If you don't have a YouTube, like a YouTube Prime or Premium subscription, it will be. I don't know what ads you get with YouTube. If you get ads at all. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Lovely. Get that peanut butter, bud. Of course I did this the other day was 0 issues, and now I'm like, let's stream with the Bernina, and now it's like, stage fright. I don't wanna. Where is my tweezers? I saw that. I'm proud of you. Okay. Miss Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to work with me here. Hold on. I did. I turned my mic off because I blew into the machine. I always feel like when I do this, when I stream with the Bernina, we just always... She always has something to say about it. Because not like I didn't sit here for hours yesterday working on these. With this exact same thread and this exact same needle. I love her though. She's temperamental. Alright, let's try this again. You did a little thing you posted in Discord. I think I, like, just barely... I saw that you had posted. Looks like you were working a foundation chain. Is that accurate? Oh, come on. I swear I love this machine, but sometimes we just... We just see things a little bit differently. There we go. Yes, yeah, for sure. And I haven't been using the thread cutter with this thread, so like that's not a thing with this machine right now. So feel free to add tasks if you're working on things. You can do !task, and then whatever it is you're working on. It can be crocheting, it can be whatever your heart desires that you're working on right now. I just have these things labeled pouches 1, 2, and 3. I don't have them labeled as anything super fancy. And I don't normally use pins, but for here I feel like it's a little bit necessary. I've also found it quite helpful when I'm doing this to go a little bit slower over the thick spots. But it looks like I went live on both spots, both YouTube and Twitch, so I'm hoping that we don't have any issues on that front. Something I'm gonna try to do. The tonal hues just glides through the hook. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That makes me very happy. So eventually I'll jump on board and get the tonal hues. I just don't have a reason to right now. I've got way too much stuff in my office. I've got a lot of, you know, yarn inventory I need to work my way through. So I'm gonna let you all enjoy the tonal hues. And I will live vicariously through you all. Or whoever orders it. So I read somewhere that I shouldn't be using my thread cutter, my automatic thread cutter, with the thicker threads on this machine. I keep looking at that camera like it's gonna be on me, but this one gives like a better angle, you know what I mean? Hurry up and use some of that other stuff. I need people to hurry up and buy my stuff. Like, buy some of this inventory so I can make more. But in all honesty, I'm considering a market, like an in-person market to see how that does. Maybe that will garner some extra interest in the website. If you're on Twitch, I don't know if it has its own, I don't know if it on Twitch, if it has its own command. You're not late. How are you? going on, wench? Always late. It was funny because I was at a dental appointment today. And they were talking about, we were talking about like the looming retirement, right? And I'm like, at this point, you know, people had asked me, like, would you try and find like another spot, right? You know, it's like, if you don't feel like you're done, then like find another spot. And I'm like, you know, like I think this is the universe telling me that it's time. I'm no Gandalf. I'm never where I'm meant to be when I'm meant to be there. And I was like, yeah, at first I was kind of ragey about it. I was like, you know, real angry about the whole situation. And now I'm kind of like, I'm in the acceptance phase. I'm like, could be fun. Even my work bestie was like, are you, she's like, are you thinking about, like, are you looking for another position? And I was like, nah. I don't have time. I legitimately don't have the time. If I was still retiring next September, I would consider it. I would look at other positions, but I don't have the time to waste at this point to look for something to keep me in. And honestly, like, having fun colored hair and having fun colored nails and getting my nose pierced, like, all of those things sound real fun. So hi, Allie. No worries. Lurk away. Lurk, lurk, lurk. I'm live on both Twitch and YouTube. There should be something shouting out automatically. If you're watching on YouTube, the Twitch link. If you're watching on Twitch, the YouTube link. So I tried to get prepared. I tried. I don't know what else to tell you. I changed which camera I'm using for this stream, so if you see me looking at this camera over here, it's because that camera is literally in front of my face, and that's the one I normally use. Oh, I thought there was a pin in there. I was like, what the heck? All right, another one. Done. Some of these did not like line up the way I wanted them to. And I don't know if that was a me thing or if that was a... I feel like that's an operator error. Okay. Yeah, these really did not turn out the way they were supposed to, which is hilarious. But... if I do this, then I can just kind of fix these while I go. I mean, you all love creative choices around here, which is evidenced by how much fighting, and there's not really fighting. It's just there's so much enthusiasm over the Minecraft oopsies. Which I think is incredibly comical. Hi Freya, how are you? Shadow Clan, hello, hi, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Oh, there's new commands. Yes, I am. That's co-working. So you can add your to-do list. So you do !task. I don't know if it works on YouTube. That's the only thing. It definitely works on Twitch. But if you're on Twitch, you can add your tasks alongside mine, and you can work your projects with me. So I have added these pouches one at a time, the ones that I'm sewing up tonight. I've added them to my task list, and will be working them tonight for this stream. I have 4 that I have cut out. I've already finished one. I just haven't like gone to the computer and done like the task complete thing. And then I have a whole bunch on the cutting table behind me, and I have a camera set up for that, where I have to finish cutting out these pieces for additional pencil pouches. Asking for a friend. Hello. Hi, how are you? There you go. See? Look at that. Very nice. If you are watching on YouTube, would you please let me know how your audio quality is, how your sound, like the music, can you hear it? Are you, like, just let me know. Most of these people that are, you know, lovingly trolling me are on Twitch. And I say lovingly because they're my mods. When in doubt. That's a good one. I like that command. I also don't know if the mix it up. I believe that the mix it up commands work on YouTube, so we should be okay there. I believe. I need to cut this down by like 1/8 of an inch. So I'm really trying to... These don't have to be like they don't have to be perfect, right? They don't have to be anything other than what they are. At this point, the perfection part of it is kind of overrated. They will be how they will be. And I'm good with it. There you go. So this will be the second pouch that I'm about to complete. I really do love this sewing machine. When it works, she works beautifully. How was everybody's day? What did you all get up to? How was work if you went to work? How was not work if you didn't go to work? I went to work. I had 2 appointments today, though. It's hilarious that now that I am in retirement mode, right? Like getting ready to retire, that I have 0 issues getting an appointment for anything. It's like, and I don't even have to tell people that I'm retiring. I'm just like, hey, I need these appointments. And they're like, oh yeah, we've got one tomorrow, or we've got one today, or we've got one in a few days. And I'm like, when has this ever been a thing for me? Like, this has never happened, ever. It's absolutely a fluke. Like, that's what's happened. What am I making them for? I'm making them for the website. They are pencil pouches that I actually use them for crochet hooks. But they are Star Wars themed. So all the exteriors have some sort of, like, this is a Baby Yoda. I really think my camera is very blurry and I don't like it. But yeah, so this is, I'm gonna see if I can change this setting real quick. Yes, Baby Yoda. I feel like that's better. It keeps, like, I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. So I have some that are Minecraft. Most of them are Star Wars. Hi, Jade. So I have a bunch of different, like, color combinations. This one's a Minecraft one, and it's got, like, black, shiny glitter vinyl on one side. With a red interior. And then this one's another Baby Yoda one, but it's got shiny green glitter vinyl on the opposite side. And then a green inside. Hey girl, hey! So I made a bunch. I cut out like 20 for the website, and I only got 9 of them done. So if you go to the shop, it's www.positivelystitched.com, just like my name. There's pencil pouches there that are already completed and are ready to go. They're ready to ship. They're actually, oh, excuse me. They're actually back down here behind my desk. But I have an entire set of ones that I still have to, like, cut out. So when I finish, let's see. Done. All right, now. So, yeah, so that's what I made them for May the 4th. Didn't get them all done. I had big aspirations and I didn't finish them. So that's kind of how that went. It was the equivalent of biting of, my eyes were bigger than my stomach, basically. But I feel like it's been a while since I've actually done any sewing on stream. So since I did this yesterday, I actually was off work yesterday. I went to Fred Hutch Cancer Center for a campus tour with other streamers that are on the Fred Hutch fundraising team. So we will be starting fundraising in June for Fred Hutch. And I think in June, because I'm already raising money for Fred Hutch through Tiltify, that a percentage of my proceeds on my website will go to Fred Hutch. So, you know, another way to donate and get something fun is to just buy something from the website. And at the end of the month, I will tally up all of my sales and I will make a donation through my Tiltify for Fred Hutch. And then in July, I will set the same percentage of proceeds for sales from my website will go to the Trevor Project. Or a local like a local trans youth protection organization, you know what I mean? So, but it was amazing to go to Fred Hutch yesterday and meet these wonderful streamers. And I am very excited about charity fundraising for them. So. So this one's another Baby Yoda. And then I have 2 Star Wars pouches. One of them is already spoken for. Well, there will be another one. I have to make another one because I have to make another oopsie oopsie pouch. Oh yeah? I didn't realize that this actually became a thing, but it became a thing, and I'm not mad about it. Wench, is it a pencil pouch that I did? Was it a Minecraft one? Or was it a dice bag? You have 2 rabbits, you make hats for a rabbit groomer, nice. So I made pencil pouches a while back, and one of the Minecraft ones ended up being either sideways or upside down. It was basically like I did not pay attention to the directional fabric, and it got, I goofed on it, right? Oops. The directional fabric is now upside down because I was not paying attention. Well, apparently, those are hot commodities around here. And I admitted in the Discord that I had an oopsie on one of the Star Wars ones that I'm about to work on, one of these. It's actually this one right here. Where I, again, was not paying attention to the direction of the fabric, and it is Star Wars upside down on both sides. Actually, I did both sides wrong, which is fabulous. And so that has now been spoken for, and I have to make another one, just like it. Or maybe I'll make one and it'll be sideways. Because apparently the creative choice bags, the oopsie bags, are those are the ones that everybody wants, and I'm here for it. If the oopsie bags are the ones that get bought, great. I do have a couple more oopsie bags, but they are not oopsies in the way that like the fabric is, like the print fabric is going the wrong direction. It's that the vinyl is on opposite sides, and it's supposed to be, when you see it, the vinyl is supposed to be on the same side, right? Like it's, and so on two of them I have vinyl here and vinyl here, so they don't line up. So those are also, I guess, technically a collector's item, but less so than the directional fabric being upside down. I think it would have been hilarious if I had accidentally put a tag upside down on the lining. Aaron got the upside down, you got the sideways one. We fought in the comments, yes. There was a battle happening. So I will be making a second one so that both oopsie bags, or both friendos have an oopsie bag, another oopsie bag. Because I can't not indulge. You know what I mean? I you know, if that's the bag you want, that's the bag you shall get. I need to find pinup Darth Vader fabric somewhere. I wonder... I feel like there's a designer who does pinup fabric. There are custom fabric sites. I don't know if they have anything pinup. But I do know that they exist, and they have some really cool custom prints. Hydrate if you haven't. No. I am doing the same seam allowance everywhere. And if you wanted to have a tighter lining, you would do a larger seam allowance on the lining. Just slightly. Like instead of a quarter, you might do a 3/8. But I find like it's almost negligible on these. Like it doesn't matter. It's not like a... It's not like one of those nice handbags. Hi, Schnauzerama. How are you? Thank you for that resub. Also, if I haven't already, follows are free on Twitch. Subscriptions are free on YouTube. We don't have memberships on YouTube just yet. There's like an hours watched goal, I think, that we have to hit before that becomes a thing. But also, likes are free. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, especially if you like the content or you want to continue to see this like on your feed. A like on the YouTube video, a follow on the Twitch, will get you that. We also have a Discord. You can do !Discord, and that should give out a link. I have one created. So as long as people aren't in the Discord creating a ton of Discord invite links, I'll leave that invite link up. Oh, Wench, can you hit !Discord? There you go. I thought I had set it to regulars, but I guess maybe it didn't take. Gotta love stream elements, right? What? I'm almost out of bobbin thread. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, we're out of bobbin thread. That whole thing we were out of bobbin thread. Okay. Fair. You're welcome. Whoops. Oh, Jade, thank you for the resub. I really appreciate it. This thread is a little bit precarious. There we go. Clears the warning, forgets and runs out of bobbin thread nearly immediately. Well, yeah, normally there's like a little bit left. But I'm good with it. I'm sorry, what? There you go. Sometimes. Welcome back. I know that the bot is shouting out a lot right now. If it gets to be too annoying, let me know. I'm always open to that kind of feedback. I just was not sure how that how that was gonna go for tonight. Mainly because since I'm streaming in two different spots, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep up with chat in both places. And I wanted to make sure that if you missed the pattern link, that you could still get it Yes, most of the chatting is over on Twitch for sure, which is totally fine. We're working on YouTube. That's what the multi-stream is for. Is we're working on it. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to a point where YouTube is as popular, I hope. Wait, what did we congrats Jade on? I missed it. Oh, nice. This vinyl is a little bit hard to work with right here. That's okay. It's still very pretty. This is a gold glitter vinyl. That's on this and the next bag. Oh yeah. Yes. She submitted the papers, yeah. Oh, that's right. I was like, why can't I separate that? And that's because there's a zipper back there preventing me from doing what I want to do. It's fine. Everything's fine. I promise I know how to sew. Sometimes it doesn't look like it, but I promise I know what I'm doing. Oh, the yarn store trip. Yes. Okay. So yesterday I went to a place, a local yarn store near me that I had never been to, but Freya had said totally should check it out. Like they're awesome. And I mean, it's one of those places that makes me sometimes wish that I did use animal fibers in my crochet and knitting, because they have some really stunning yarns. So I found the cotton and natural fibers room, or the plant fibers, and it's so funny because the lady that was working the register, she was like, we call this our vegan room, and I was like, well, that's a good thing because I'm the vegan. This is where I will live. And she was like, oh, okay, great. Like, she wasn't weird about it at all. But I found some yarn that I purchased because I found a pattern that I really liked. However, this pattern, it's a knitting pattern, stumped even the knitting experts at the store with some of the directions. And it was funny because Ian was like, he's like, girl, you know how to knit and purl, you'll be fine. And then I showed him a portion of the directions that I was talking about, and he was like, excuse me, what? Oh, and thank you for reusing your Prime sub on me. You're amazing. And he was like, that's a weird instruction. And I'm like, I know, I'm not lying. Like, I feel pretty confident in my knitting at this point, but that instruction in particular, I do not feel confident about at all. So we're gonna just figure it out. The designer is on Ravelry. There have been a couple of people who have asked, like, hey, what does this actually mean? Haven't seen anything from the designer. There are a couple of people that have completed it on Ravelry, so if the designer doesn't reach out, or reach back, are you sure it was in English? Yes. And so the pattern, if you're interested in looking it up, it's called the Davina, or it's called Davina, D-A-V-I-N-A, and the pattern designer is Ursula McGrath. It's for Juniper Moon Farm, the Spring Awakening collection. So they have a sample in the yarn store. And so I pulled out the sample and brought it up front for the girls. And there was some like head scratching trying to figure out what the instructions were actually saying. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It'll be fine. If anything, the yarn store is incredibly close to my house. And I can just drive down there on a social knitting day or crochet day, and see about getting some assistance. It's a very pretty pattern, but it's, Ian was like, that's just cables, that's easy. And I was like, oh no, sir, it is not just cables. They are not doing cables the way they should be doing cables. It's an interesting technique, don't get me wrong. I am excited to give it a shot. I just know that I'm gonna struggle with those directions, like, already. And I read the directions and was like, I'm gonna struggle with this. Should I do it anyway? And the answer obviously was yes. Okay, I'm going to go through and mark done on the next 2 bags because I have 1 left. Is Erin here? I don't think I've seen Erin yet. Hey, wench. Since you're here, I'll ask you. Clean my bowl. Okay, so this, you can't prove anything. This upside down one has a yellow lining. Do you want this one with the yellow lining, or do you want one upside down with a different color lining? Erin's not here, so. This is the yarn. Okay, DM me the color that you would like on the inside. And I'll choose. So this is the yarn that I got. I got 4. They caked it there for me. And it is cotton. It's Juniper Moon Farm Cumulus Dappled. So it's an Israeli Mako cotton. Super soft. So it's 64 or 94% cotton, 6% nylon. It's a 4-weight, 251 yards, and it's called Fiji Islands. So that pattern, that the Divina blanket, the small and the medium take 4 cakes or 4 skeins of like the rainbow line, but the rainbow line had a bunch of different colorways, but was also 251 yards. So I went with a colorway that I liked. So, but it's so soft. Incoming ads. What in the ads? I also realized after like choosing my foot that I was going to use for this project that there's another like non-stick foot that I want. That's like the actual zipper foot. And I was like, dang it. So I'm hoping my local Quality Sewing and Vacuum has that one in stock that I would like. Because now that the big old tariffs have hit, we are looking at a significant price jump for like Bernina items. And the Bernina feet, Bernina items weren't cheap to begin with. So I'm hoping that my Quality Sewing still has some in stock. Yeah. I mean, I didn't pay much attention in like economics when I was in high school, but even I know more than and I went to a public high school in Texas, so like I don't know what I don't know what that excuse is about for other people. Yeah, for sure. That's also another reason I'm like low-key excited to retire at the end of the year. I mean, I'm nervous, like job market wise. Like, don't get me wrong. That worries me just a little bit. But I don't know that I'm going to entertain working for the federal government after I retire. Hey, Hershey, how are you? Welcome on in. I'm doing great. I am multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So every now and again, the bot will shout out that I'm live in both places. So, for my Twitch viewers, if you would, do me solid and go over to the YouTube just briefly and give it a old likey like. You know, would be very helpful. And if you haven't subscribed over there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Subscribes are different on YouTube than they are on Twitch. On Twitch, subscriptions are what YouTube calls memberships. So a little bit different. But subscriptions on YouTube are free. Follows on Twitch are free. Do the thing. You know what to do. If you see that that heart is empty, go ahead and fill it up. Their subscriptions are definitely like follows, yes. Yeah, I think they just have to call them something different because, you know, Twitch is owned by Amazon. And I'm sure if YouTube called it anything other than... I think they've been calling it a subscription, though, from the beginning. I don't think they've called it... I don't think they've ever called it following. I'm making such a mess in here. I am covered in threads. I know that, like, you can see, like, I've got lots of light coming through, and there's, you know, sunshine coming through the blinds, and it's putting stripes on things, but I love the sunshine. Yes, YouTube was definitely before Twitch, but YouTube was not the live platform. YouTube was the, like, VOD platform. If you wanted to record a video and edit it and save it for later, that was what you did on YouTube. And then Twitch was always the, you know, watching content live. I'm really trying not to, like, you know, slice a finger open. So I think for Fred Hutch this year, for June, we're gonna bring back Pie in the Face. I haven't done that in a couple of years. What are you doing? Why are you acting like this? There was no need for that kind of behavior. But I think Pie in the Face was a pretty good, like, milestone for fundraising. It's definitely been a couple of years because we had the play set that was in the backyard then. And Luna was still around. We had Brutus, so Azithar was here. Must have been. Brutus was... I wonder if that was like 2022. Why do you feel like you're being a butthole? Where's my... Yes, you clipped those streams for sure. It's just been a while. So, and while there aren't many people who live here locally, yeah, so it might have been like summer of 2022 because, or maybe summer of 2021. I know we had a kiddie pool, and neither of them wanted to use it. And I think that might have been for St. Jude. But I think it would be fun if I brought that back for charity streaming. And it's funny because we talked about this as streamers last night that, and this is, I mean this in the very best way, that in the community, that this community is much nicer and less torturous than other communities I've seen on Twitch. And I mean torturous in the best way, right? Because, like, you know, everybody in Tony's channel wants to make her eat gross things and torture her with dad jokes. Like, it makes me wish that I hated dad jokes on the level that she does, because that would be really great. Such puns, many burpees, right? You like the baby food. See, I will have to get more baby food and try that again. But, like, I had so much baby food in here that it expired, so I had to throw it away. You can actually do exclamation mark dad joke, and I think one of the bots will actually do it. A girl once asked me what my heart desired. Apparently blood, oxygen, and neural messages were all wrong answers. But see, the dad jokes for Tony is perfect for her fundraising. Still torture, but without the potential to get sick from the... Well, yes. Yes. It's pretty funny. Alright, so we're going to go with... Done. Pouch 4. Now... There we go, see? And we get the added benefit of the death stairs. I know, I don't have anything that I'm like, that I have such an aversion to. The pattern is free, so I am not afraid of putting the template on the table because, again, pattern is free. Doesn't matter. I was charging the iPad just in case I needed it, but I don't, so. Okay. Oh, dang it! It was not bouncing. Hold on, hold on. When I added this camera to the scene earlier, it did not bounce. Because I sat here and I looked at it. If I don't catch it right away, we have sound commands. Use the sound commands. Damn it. It is right side up. Nope, it's not. It's not. I thought it was going to be, but it's fine. Oh wait, yes it is. It is right side up. I mean, I have plenty of fabric that I'm in the market to get rid of. Also, I will be working with Vintage this weekend on how to set up auction items to destash the kits that I have in my stash. So for the Fred Hutch charity, look, you know, keep your eyes peeled for a destash from me. So it takes just a little bit to get these cut out and get going. That's why. I haven't finished them all. You know, I actually thought that I had done these incorrectly as far as the measurements to cut the fabric out, and I didn't. I just thought I did. Is it? I changed it, I thought. Is that in the exclamation mark pattern? Or is that in the timer? No, that's the pencil pouch. Oh, I wonder if I have another timer on for, like, the crochet pattern or knit pattern. 5 seconds. Torture. I know, right? How dare. So that must be the timer. Which is fine, we're too far in. We're too far in at this point. This is the hard one because of the seam right here. Makes it a little hairy, scary. To really, like... You should. I don't know if I sent you zippers. But, I mean, giant pile of scraps, that would be me. We'll just tell people this is the new way to crochet. You got zippers from somewhere. Definitely not from me. So at this point, I'm just trying to get all these pouches cut out. Or the rest of them cut out, for that matter. I'll do as many as I can tonight, because this is the last stream for this this week. This is the last planned stream. I don't know if Azithar is playing Magic tomorrow night. He hasn't said anything, so I don't know that he is. But if he is, I might go live tomorrow night. Do a cheeky little Friday night stream. Got to figure out when Allie's back at her place so that we can set up an American Truck Simulator community night. Beep beep, I'm a truck. Yeah, right? I haven't played in quite a while, actually. I'm sure I'm giving all kinds of people anxiety with how I'm using my rotary cutter. I need to finish my challenge thing. Oh, like for your, like for your rear view? Oh! How long is that going on for? Oh, so my sister texted me the other day. I don't know if I told you guys this on stream already. If I did, you're just gonna get to hear it again. She texted me the other day and said, "We have a quilt in need of repair." And it's the oldest one that I have made. It's 13 years old. and has finally been put through the paces. But my nephew told her that he doesn't want to use it anymore because it's too small for him. And to be fair, my nephews are giants. And that's not an exaggeration. My sister is like 5'10", and my brother-in-law is like 6'4", I think. So my nephews are all very tall. And when they were, when I made these quilts for them, these quilts were 60 inches square, which is 5 feet. And now the oldest one has, it's obviously surpassed, his height has surpassed the usefulness of his quilt. And so I asked my sister if she just wanted me to make a new one or what. And she was like, well, I want to leave the new one up to you and him. Like, he can ask you for a new one if he wants like something else. She's like, but I want this one repaired because even if they're not gonna keep it, I'm gonna keep it. So like, props to family members who know the value of handmade items. My sister's like, nope, we're not playing this game. But to be fair, she also, asked me if she could take the black Afghan that I made my mom. And I was like, of course. Like, yes, absolutely, you can take it. I want, like, in my family, or like when I gift things to people, like, I want them to be used and cherished, and I know that my sister will use and cherish the things that I make. Because she's cool like that. I did commission somebody to do some artwork for some fabric for Azathar's bag, so I still owe him a bag. He's about to catch up with Allie for most things I've made in one household. I think Allie might currently hold the record. It's either Allie or my sister. He got one for his DM screen. I think that was the second one I made him. The first one I made was for his D&D books. This one is for a Magic the Gathering. It's gonna have like specific requirements for like his deck boxes. There's such a nice breeze right now coming in through my office window. I love this weather. This is one of my favorite times of year when it's like not super hot, but still sunny. Like, this is why I can never go back and live in Texas. Or in the South anywhere, because I cannot deal with their heat. Oh! Yep, there it is. Let's see. That one must be a timer. Aha. There we go. Found it! Mostly back. Someone finally dropped a more masculine bag pattern. Ooh! Share the link if you have one. Sharing is caring. In Discord, if you can. I probably won't see it here. What time is it? Oh, all right. So this is probably going to be my last one that I cut out, just because it works out that way. We're very close to ending stream. I'm very nervous about making sure we don't get a random raid. Thank you for following. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Nope. That's not. just need to get a little bit of it started so I don't slice my finger open. For anybody new here, I do anonymous follows. So if you are a lurky turkey and you don't really want your name shouted out, I just do that for the comfort of all viewers. I can see your name, but no one else can, so that's just how we roll around here. And I have to figure out what's wrong with my closed captioner, because I was using that for a while, and then all of a sudden it stopped picking up my microphone. Okay. That's where we'll stop for these guys. So how many did I get through cutting out? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's hilarious. All right, I have 4 more pouches cut out, which means I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 pouches left to cut out. I don't know what I did. I have another one. I don't know what I did with the zipper. I don't know where the zipper went, so I'm gonna have to make another zipper for this. So this would technically be 4. And I guess I could cut it out anyways and just make myself a zipper. But then I have a 5th one that I'm gonna have to make as an intentional oopsie. Looks like everybody got through their tasks. That's awesome. You guys are rock stars. Okay, so let me see. Who be on? Your dog is snoring so loudly, that's funny. I don't know that I'm gonna raid tonight. I think we're just gonna leave it, I think we're just gonna leave it at that, because I don't see anybody doing anything super creative right now. So no planned streams for the rest of the week and weekend. I'm gonna be working on some updates for I'm gonna be working on some videos for YouTube specifically. I have a hold on. We'll get you a face cam. How's that sound? It's a little like, there we go. I'm working on some videos for YouTube. I have an unboxing that I did. I ordered some hardware from a new to me hardware place because I've got bags that I've got to make. So I'm going to do that. I have kind of a vlog thing that I'm starting for all of my works in progress. Just kind of a where are we, what are we going to drop in the next shop drop, what's going to be available. So I'm going to do some of that. But as of right now in the shop, there are pencil pouches available of the Star Wars variety, and Minecraft hasn't gone up yet, but there's Star Wars up there for sure. And I will be working on loading the rest of these up, maybe for June. But right now I have 6 finished, new finished for the website. So that'll be awesome to get to. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me, and I will see you around. Here is the Discord link. Let me get that. So if you have been lurking and you would like to join our Discord, we have shenanigans in there. We are crafty enablers, so if you're looking for someone to talk you out of a craft or out of buying yarn or fabric or whatever it is that you're doing, you're probably not going to get that from us. But lots of funny stuff, lots of pattern sharing. That's a good GIF. That's a good one. Like we share pattern links, not like, you know, illegal pattern sharing. We share pattern links for like crochet and knitting and sewing, and we show you where to get the stuff. We just show you where to get the stuff. We talk about where we bought yarn, and yeah. So there's lots of things that go on in there. Show us your pets, show us your gardening, and just in general hang out. So if you'd like to join the Discord, feel free. If not, that's okay. There's all, you know, the bot just shouted out all of the socials. I'm on Blue Sky. I don't really check it that often. I'm more active on Instagram and Threads mainly. So yeah, we don't gatekeep. No gatekeeping of art or crafts or anything. We just want you to come and be you. So yes, I'll see you all later. Allergies and time for bed, so my eyes are a little bit itchy. But I will see you all on the flip side. Have a great one. Bye.